We have recently passed the 3-year mark since residents started salivating over one popular chain restaurant seafood. Tonight, the city of College Station is reassuring that despite all that time, that restaurant is still slated to come to the city. The question remains, when? News 3's Whitney Miller has been searching for that answer, and she joins us now in the studio. Whitney?
Well, Steve, that answer is kind of hard to come by. Officials with the Pappadeaux chain say they do not share details about opening timelines until they break ground and begin construction. But the city says they are quite sure that a Pappadeaux restaurant will at some point occupy the vacant lot on University. In 2013, when Pappa's bought this property on University Drive, Lois Vaughn and her husband were right across the street selling fresh produce. And they were here in early 2016 when the Scott and White building was torn down.
And we were glad when the building was gone because it wasn't necessarily an eyesore, but it would have become an eyesore had they not torn it down. Because it would have been a place for vagrants, teenage kids to get into trouble.
But since the building was demolished, there hasn't been much activity. It's led many to wonder if the chain had opted out of their plans to build a Pappadeaux seafood restaurant. City manager Kelly Templin says that couldn't be farther from the truth.
If you know the history of the family, they're very methodical. So again, I think they're doing just as I suspected they would. I think it's going to be an outstanding product when it's built on the site, and I think we'll all fight to find a table there.
The timetable, Templin says, is simply up to the property owners. And although the site has been quiet, he says there has been work being done behind the scenes. This week, an engineering firm submitted paperwork to begin work on drainage.
The old clinic was built over a drainage way. They want to move that.
It's work that will ultimately push Pappa's forward on their slow path to a seafood kitchen.
There will be a Pappadeaux restaurant there on that site, but it's not going to meet my timeline or your timeline or anybody else's. It'll meet the Pappa's timeline.
Now, I also asked the city manager about any safety concerns about that lot, and he said so far there have been no complaints, but they will hold Pappa's to the same ordinance standards that any College Station owner is held to. For now, live in the News Center, Whitney Miller, News 3.
All right, Whitney, thank you very much.